The Yellowstone supervolcano is famous for its geysers, hot springs, canyons, and most importantly, its enormous caldera. But what's life like inside Yellowstone's caldera? How did it form? And why do scientists consider it one of the most dangerous supervolcanoes in the world? This is my channel, and today we're answering the extraordinary. First, let's get some of the basics out of the way. Yellowstone National Park covers an area of 2.2 million acres, or about 3,400 square miles, in the northwest corner of the U.S. state of Wyoming. But only about half of that park is actually protected land. The other half is owned by the federal government and is used for things like missile testing, mining, and timber harvesting. So while you might think of Yellowstone as being this pristine wilderness, it's really a mix of wilderness and industry. The park was established in 1872 and was the first national park in the world. It's also home to more than 10,000 species of plants and animals, including bison, wolves, grizzly bears, elk, and more than 100 species of fish. If you want to visit Yellowstone yourself, know that the park receives about 4 million visitors every year. Most people visit during the summer months, but the park is open year-round. Yellowstone is famous for its geothermal features, which include more than 10,000 hydrothermal features, such as geysers, hot springs, and fumaroles. The most famous geyser in Yellowstone is Old Faithful, which erupts every 90 minutes or so and can shoot water up to 185 feet into the air. Other famous features include the Grand Prismatic Spring, which is the largest hot spring in the park, and the Norris Geyser Basin, which has the most geysers of any area in the park. Yellowstone is also home to some of the most dangerous predators in North America, including grizzly bears, bison, and wolves. Each year, several people are injured or killed by these animals. So if you plan on visiting Yellowstone, be sure to take safety seriously. Finally, let's talk about the thing that makes Yellowstone truly unique, its supervolcano. The Yellowstone supervolcano is one of the largest and most active volcanoes in the world. Its most recent eruption occurred in 1985, but the volcano has been quiet for about 640,000 years. However, scientists believe that it could erupt again in the near future, which would obviously be very dangerous. Now that we have those basics out of the way, let's answer the question that inspired this whole video. What's life like inside Yellowstone's caldera? Well, it's not exactly clear what you mean by inside the caldera. If you're asking how do animals live inside the caldera, the answer is that they don't. There are no animals living inside the caldera because it's just too hot. The average temperature inside the caldera is about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is too hot for most animals to survive. Plus, there's not much food inside the caldera. So even if an animal could survive the heat, it would probably starve to death. However, there are plenty of animals living around the caldera. Bison, elk, wolves, grizzly bears, and other animals can be found in the forests and meadows surrounding the caldera. These animals have adapted to the harsh conditions of the caldera, and they are able to survive despite the danger posed by the volcano. If you're asking about what happens inside the caldera when it erupts, the answer is that it depends on the severity of the eruption. A small eruption might only affect the immediate area, but a large eruption could have global consequences. During a large eruption, hot lava would flow out of the caldera and destroy everything in its path. Ash and pumice would be thrown into the air and spread over a wide area. The eruption column could reach tens of kilometers into the atmosphere, and global temperatures could plummet as sunlight is blocked by the ash. The blast radius of the initial explosion would extend 125 kilometers from the caldera, destroying all trees and leveling the landscape. Now, luckily for us, scientists don't think that a major eruption is likely anytime soon. The last major eruption occurred about 640,000 years ago, and the odds of another one happening in our lifetime are very low. That said, it's still important to be prepared in case something does happen. Authorities would likely need to evacuate the surrounding areas, and people would need to wear masks to protect themselves from the ash. It would be a major disaster, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, now let's talk about how the caldera formed. The Yellowstone supervolcano is a result of a hotspot, a plume of hot magma that originates deep in the Earth's mantle. As the North American tectonic plate moves over this hotspot, magma chambers are formed and volcanoes are built up. The Yellowstone supervolcano has three distinct calderas: the Lava Creek, the Mesa Falls, and the Henry's Fork. Each caldera was formed by a different eruption. The oldest caldera, the Henry's Fork, was formed about 2 million years ago. The middle caldera, the Mesa Falls, was formed about 1.3 million years ago, and the youngest caldera, the Lava Creek, was formed about 640,000 years ago. The most recent eruption was the Lava Creek eruption, which was one of the largest volcanic eruptions in history. It unleashed about 2,400 cubic kilometers of material and created the 43 by 28-mile wide Lava Creek caldera. This eruption had a volcanic explosivity index, or VEI, of 8. For comparison, the VEI of Mount St. Helens 1980 eruption was 5, and the VEI of Krakatoa 1883 was 6. In addition to the three calderas, there are also two active geothermal areas in Yellowstone: the Upper Geyser Basin and the Lower Geyser Basin. These areas are home to thousands of geysers, hot springs, and fumaroles. The Upper Geyser Basin is the largest active hydrothermal area in Yellowstone and contains the famous Old Faithful Geyser. The Lower Geyser Basin contains the Grand Prismatic Spring, which is the largest hot spring in Yellowstone. Yellowstone National Park is a place of superlatives. It's home to the largest supervolcano in the world, the tallest geyser in North America, and the most active geothermal area in the park. It's also a place of great beauty with its snow-capped mountains, lush forests, and sparkling lakes. While it's home to some dangerous predators, it's also home to some amazing wildlife. And while it may one day erupt again, we can rest easy knowing that it hasn't done so in over 600,000 years. If you enjoyed learning more about Yellowstone, then check out this video where we explore the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean, or this video where we learn about Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode of the extraordinary